cryptocurrencies, we want to see the strongest symbol, and then we compare it with the weakest. Then we know exactly the best pair to be trading. So as at now, we have the British pound being the strongest, followed by the Japanese yen. Then we have the New Zealand dollar being the weakest, and the most weakest is the US dollar. So if you are to trade today, ensure you trade a combination of either the British pound and the New Zealand dollar, or British pound and the US dollar, or Japanese yen and New Zealand dollar, or Japanese yen and the US dollar. So that's according to the strength meter. According to the trend, we do have Euro GBP being in an active downtrend, and then you have Euro CHF, an active downtrend, and then you have GBP USD, where we have a very good uptrend. Then we have GBP CHF, we have a very good uptrend. Then we also have GBP CAD, where we have a very good uptrend. We also have Australian dollar, US dollar, we have a very good uptrend. Then Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we have a very good uptrend. Then New Zealand dollar, US dollar, we have a very good uptrend. Then Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we have a very good uptrend. So the uptrend, the trends which I've mentioned, they are based on the moving averages. If you're looking at the moving averages, then you should be able to see that those are actually downtrends. So now let's start looking at the charts individually. We'll start off with Euro USD. We'll look at what we had last week. First of all, Euro USD, we have this one. This is what we drew last week. We had a very good shape here. This was like a wedge formation. Then the price went above it, retraced back. Then we took a buy when the price came down to this point here. So after that buy, the price moved up, retraced back, hit the level which it just went above, this one, and this gave us the correct opportunity to look for a buy. So if you bought it here, you're still into that buy. If you didn't buy it, you still have the opportunity to buy it, but only when the price gets back to this level. So as it is now, the price has even gone much higher. It's above another resistance, which is this one here. So basically what we want to happen is for price to retrace back to the same place. If the price can pull back up to that point, then this will give us the correct place where we want to buy it from for the second time. So the fact that the price went above 1.09521 is a very good indication that we are continuing to the upside. So the best thing is for price to retrace back to the same place, then continue to the upper side. This is exactly what you're waiting for. So this is the correct place. Wait for retracement, then you're supposed to pick a buy. Expect that buy to push price much higher. So if you took a buy when this happened, you're supposed to hold on to that position. The next symbol, GBP USD. GBP USD has also gone upwards. This is exactly in line with what we drew previously. We did have this projection that the price could go up, retrace back, then continue to the up. This is the breakout. The price has gone above that level, but we are yet to see a retracement. So simply wait for a pullback. Expect price to retrace back up to the same place, maybe up to this point, because already we've seen the breakout. This one, this is the breakout. The price has gone above. We want price to retrace back to the same point so that we are able to pick a very good low risk buy. So if you are looking at this chart now, you are supposed to wait for a retracement, then pick a buy when the price pulls back to this level here. So we are going to move forward. Let's move forward to our next symbol. So as I was saying, GBP USD, the price has actually gone as we projected. We've seen a break above this level. So on this one, this is a very good downtrend. As you can see, the price actually has been showing us signs of continuing to the lower side, and we do have we do have this zone here. This is a very good continuation sign. So that's like a shape within an active trend. When you see such a thing happening, when the price is moving into one direction, just know there are chances we are continuing in that direction. So if you see something like this, when you see that we were downwards, then a shape appears in between that shape, that means we are continuing in that direction. So when the price goes below that place, that is when it breaks below, this should give us the correct place we want to sell from. So a breakout, a retracement, then you continue to the lower side. This is what exactly what we've been waiting for. So if you add an indicator, you can see that this is still bearish. We have a very good downtrend. We also have this one here. This is also a very good downtrend. So we had some support, those a retracement, and then this gave us the correct place where we actually took a sell from previously. So even when this shape was being formed, this was still just a sign that we are continuing in that direction. So we actually took a sell from this point here. That was the correct place where we took a sell from. So if you're on this chart now, I recommend you remain short. Expect price to move to the lower side. Expect price to continue to the lower side as long as it's being held below the indicator which you are having, the alligator indicator. So that's just a normal indicator. It comes by default with MT4. You don't have to purchase it anywhere. It comes by default with MT4. And what it simply means is that we are still in an active downtrend. So this is a very good sell. You want price to break below this level to confirm that we are continuing to the lower side. So if you're on this chart now, you actually are supposed to wait for a break below, then a retracement, so that you keep looking for a sell up to the next level, which is now this one. So that's exactly what we want to be happening. We want price to break below the level which we just mentioned. We want it to go below that point, then retrace back, so that we are able to pick a very good low risk sell position. So let's move forward and see what we have on the next symbol. We look at SP500, and SP500 is a very good buy, and that's based on what we said last week. We did have a resistance here. We had also a resistance here. Then there was, so that's what should happen. We do expect price to continue to the upper side. Expect more movements as long as the price is being held within 2755.7, 2746.4. Expect a continuation up to this resistance 2809.7. So the next symbol, Brent oil. So I hope that makes some sense. I hope it makes some little sense that we are still upwards as long as the price is held within that range. Expect a continuation to the upper side. So on Brent oil, we have the same range. We have this is a very good range where the price is now. We actually want price to either break above the upper line or break below the lower one. If that does not happen, that the price does not go above any of this or below any of these levels, if it does not go below this level or above this line, we are only going to be trading reversals. That is, we are going to sell a bounce from the upper trend line, upper level, and also buy a bounce from the lower support. So let's move forward and see what we have on the next symbol. We'll move to the last one, which is gold. This is gold. So gold is upwards. As you can see, we do have some shape here. We also have this one, and then there's a break above a very good resistance. There's a break above a very good resistance. So with this one, we actually expect price to retrace back maybe up to the same point. We expect price to retrace back either up to 1671.88, or it should retrace back up to this point here. So this is a very good sign that we could be breaking the upper side. So we have this, we have the first zone, this one, and then we have the next zone, which is this one. If the price goes above the upper line, which is 1690.30, then that will mean we are continuing to the upper side. So that will give us the correct place to actually pick a buy from. So simply wait for retracement back to the same place, then you're supposed to pick a buy, expect that buy to take price to the upper side. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's webinar. We meet again tomorrow at the same time. So see you. Bye.